Hey, good evening. What is up, everyone? How's it going? It's so good to see you, Faro. Thank you for the hydrate. Oh, Jess has been absolutely amazing. It's filling up a drink bowl at the moment. I'll make sure we do that when she gets back. Lazy Ellie, welcome in. Gossek, wonderful to see you as well. PK, how are you going? Wonderful to see you as always. And Moralize, what is up? Wonderful to see you as well. Afons, how are you going? We're back again today with some more Guild Wars 2, and we're going to dive right on into the wonder that is Condi Specter. We've basically got the build set up so far. There's the basic traits there. Got all the skills there. I don't quite have the second scepter. Oh, thank you so much, Jess. And thank you to everyone who wished Jess a happy birthday for yesterday. Really, really appreciate it. Jess and I had an absolutely fantastic day. It's been great to see you. Hope you're having a good one. Thank you for the hydrate. Base, we don't quite have the full build set up. I'll thank you for the other hydrate. We don't have a second scepter just yet. Actually, I could probably go and do that, actually. Because I didn't want to go and do one of those because one, it's going to be insanely expensive for me to get another ascended one, which I didn't really want to do because how few situations are there where you actually need two scepters, but we can brute force this by just entering into entering into some world versus world. Let's go on in. But yeah, Jess and I had a great day yesterday. Went out, we grabbed bagels for lunch, early lunch, late breakfast, call it brunch. They were absolutely amazing. And we spent the evening at a pet-friendly Airbnb. So we took a little trip with Addie, which was fantastic. It was so fun taking Addie on a little holiday. Her first holiday out with us. Thank you, Sven and Gossek, for the birthday, which I appreciate that. Let's just go grab a weapon. So that was super fun. We're super tired right now because we had Addie sleeping in our room and she tends to make a little bit of noise. Oh, and Jess is also making another fun thing. Jess is also making sourdough. So this is, I think, day 2 of the starter. And if anyone wants to know what it's named, because of course it has a name, it is Doby-Wan Kenobi. I'm not quite sure if you can see the actual name or if it's mirrored in the camera, but yeah, Doby-Wan Kenobi. And we're also working on a gluten-free one. It's called Kevin. Oh yeah, and this one has straight up doubled in size since Jess made it yesterday, and yep, it does smell like sourdough so far. We're in the awkward stage where it's starting up, so it smells a little bit funky, but that's going to be really, really fun once that's all set up and ready to go. So yeah, it's been a great day since we saw you all last, and you were excited to dive on in. Let's go get a scepter. Yeah, we'll do that. Because on this set, Sufferance, how's it going? Wonderful to see you. Hope you're having a good day. Oh, I need Sigil of Torment on this one, Earth on the other. Meh, let's find out. Okay. So let's go put our other scepter here. I don't have another Ascended one because I don't usually try and keep Ascended scepters lying around, but hey, I may actually need 2 legendary scepters. No, I should just get an Ascended one. What am I talking about? That would be silly bones for me to do otherwise. Get Torment there. Customize, and let's put Earth back on this one. Yeah, we've got 1 legendary scepter, but we don't have another one. A thunderstorm knocked your electricity out 20 hours ago. It's going okay. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Have you by chance had electricity restored? Are you still without it? Because if you are still without it, I'm so sorry. It sucks being without electricity, especially for a time such as that. But I hope you were doing okay in the storm. Get equipped fashion. We're getting used to navigating this now. Let's go save. And apply to equipment. There we go. So I think we are about ready. Let's see, do I have any food? Props. Let's deal with that. They've been running into issues restoring the area. Oh, that shit. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're able to get that back soon. But thank you for joining us, especially without power as well. I really, really appreciate that. We've got about 10 minutes, so I think what we'll do first is we'll go and test out this build. We've got the double weapon set to basically trigger weapon swapping sigils. So the plan is whenever we exit Shroud, we weapon swap. Annie, how's it going? Great to see you. Hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful day. Everyone, go check out Annie over on Twitch. What's up, Annie? How have you been? Let's quickly go jump into a cheeky raid quick play now. Yeah, there we go. Video games are going great. We're excited to be back playing Guild Wars 2. We had a great day yesterday for Jess's birthday. Went out, got bagels, took Addie out with us as well. She did very, very well. So a good chance for her to do some cafe training. Then we spent the night at a pet-friendly Airbnb as well. So we had Addie with us. So it was her first little holiday with both Jess and I. So she did very, very well. Jess and I are absolutely exhausted now because, yeah, Addie slept in our room and she trots around, makes a fair bit of noise. And plus we actually had the shower caddy where they had like the the body wash, shampoo, conditioner and all that like came crashing down in the shower. It was one of those ones that suctions on the wall, and then yeah, at some ungodly hour like 3 in the morning or something, that just came down and echoed throughout the entire Airbnb. I'm like, what was that? But it was very, very fun. Yeah, we all slept in Addie's room, that's right, yeah. And it also had, those sort of pull down, pull up blinds. And all throughout the night, we were trying to figure out what's causing that noise, because it had like, the chains on the side, and it was just, you could just hear this sort of periodic, click. It sounds like the chain was bumping up against the wall. And then we were there for a few hours, and it sort of constantly just keeps, jolting us awake and stuff like that. But then we're like, oh, we know what it is. Addie is pressed up against the curtain, and every time she twitches, or every time she breathes, she moves it, which causes the chain to move, and we're just sitting there like, oh no. It was really, really fun. But Jess and I absolutely fried today. May have fallen asleep a little bit once we got back. I'll wait for this to fill. Are we in the LFG? Yeah, thank you, Annie. Just really appreciate that. But we're testing out some Condi Specter tonight. We've done all the things we kind of need to do, get the 2 weapon sets set up, look completely identical, so we can double trigger on swap sigils. We are just waiting for this to fill now, and it's taking its sweet, sweet time. We are on NA right now, so we are very much off peak. Oh, we should also go buy some stuff. But I also want to try this out in open world as well and see what changes we can make for it, just for open world, without going full on like Celestial, because it's very easy to make an open world build just by throwing Celestial gear at it. Oh no, that is Command Squad raid mode. New raids. We're back in 9. Oh, bye quick. Your funny story, yesterday you were watching someone stream, they're doing Dragonstorm, and you had forgotten if you ever knew that you need a mastery attack completed before you can qualify for the drop. Oh no. Things you forget to remember in this game's long list, I can absolutely imagine. Oh, let's go, just gonna do this actually. I'm the same as well. I've, done Dragonstorm so much, and I've completely forgotten. Let's do that. That. Let's just check this. Now just quickly. There we go. Cool. There we go. Yeah, I've completely forgotten what masteries are actually needed for what. Let's have some food so we can get a little bit sweaty. Make sure we at least have quickness. That is the plan. Are you late? No, not at all, Orca. We're just doing a quick play right now. Rocket, how's it going? Great to see you. heal on the group. I just have the slow coming out. I need to look into the actual April Fool stuff. I read the patch notes earlier today, and they're always fascinating. I'll port over here. To use for tax evasion. Yeah, there's definitely some subgroup choices here. There we go. Just a cheeky raid play done there. Nice. I'm glad you verified your Twitch account. Nice. And welcome in, Rocket. Let's go grab this, actually. Cool. It's about time for us to start forming up for raids, which is good. So I think we'll do a full wing 7 and then start moving on to the other encounters as well. On NA today. Okay, so here... Actually, let's copy that. Paste that there. And this one will actually set this up correctly again. I don't really like Thousand Needles as a skill. No, take that. Okay. So that can be like actual open world build. This can be not open world build. Let's put this back and put Vipers, because we will just DPS. If I'm in your first Aurine variant right now, Mortar with Longbow for Gale Shot. Oh, that sounds good. Can crush it tonight, but you're possibly stuck on Dead Dragon Stand Metaclear until late today. Yeah, trying to get those Dragon Stand Metaclears can be a little bit tricky. Depends on like the region you're in and what time zone you play in. Because yeah, people do still do that meta event, because it's a pretty free one. It'd be wild if Arenet really added all missing Paragon skills. They should absolutely do it. Screw potential balance stuff. Yeah, screw balance stuff. Okay, let's go here. So I think it was, we'll check here for the peeps. Darth Orca PD, excellent. Let's go send off the invite. Okay, raids. No, not yet. We do squad, raid mode. Red for thief. Okay. Now I need to do the actual invite first. We are very tired. This might take us a few minutes. And Orca. And PD. That's a good big minutes patched. I have to test out what's actually going on with Antiquary. Actually, take your pick. I'll DPS. We'll start with Wing 7 full clear. Okay, so Darth wants to heal a lack. I will DPS. And Orca, feel free to do whatever you want. I'll work it around you.
That's valuable.
Cool, we're starting to build up some Eternal Eye Shards, which is nice. As soon as PD gets in. Do you think Rev will be dead next balance patch? No, not at all. Rev, I think, is just going to be in a totally fine spot. Stay DPS and go pylon later. But no, like, Condi and Power Renegade are eating pretty well in this next patch. It's got more weapon variety, I think. A spear's sort of been brought in a bit closer to other weapons. Conduit's still going to be like top DPS for its like Omega difficult build, and its other more simplified builds still pumping out very, very respectable numbers, so no. Which overall preferred Rev build? Lately it's been Power Conduit and Power Quickness Conduit, but I also really, really like Renegade in particular. Love me some Condi Renegade. So yeah, we'll say Orca will be a kiter. So let's go raids. I enjoy them about the same. It kind of just depends on my mood. Wing 7 full clear. Boon heal. Boon DPS pylon. Stay roll. The Scepter Conduit power build still been viable is a bit silly to you. It's an interesting build. It's like the most difficult Conduit build to actually play. I think there's very few people who will actually pull it off, and most people actually be better served by playing one of the simpler builds. Remove, so blue. Slash D, go Q DPS. There we go.
Safe from harm.
Even with Sepneff still up there. Yeah, it's still up there, but it's one of those builds that I think very few people actually play. It looks really good on paper. It's one of those things that's like, what, Condi Druid or the old Steam Striker Amalgam builds where like, oh yeah, Omega DPS number, but no one actually plays it because it's too much of a pain. So food will be Pylon. What's your favourite legendary weapon? Have to be Hope. Gen 2 legendary pistol. That's my absolute go-to. Do you think a full Ascended Berserker Warrior can do enough damage on strike missions even without the best weapons? It depends. Like, are you running exotic versions of the correct weapons that you should be using, or are you running like a completely different weapon? Like, say, if you're a DPS warrior and you're running like Staff, which is your healing weapon, or like Mace Shield or something, yeah, you're going to have a bit of a bad time. But if you're running, say, like an exotic greatsword or exotic dagger axe or something, then yeah, it will be totally fine. Okay. Razy is a Q heal. But even if you can't get the right weapons, or can't get the right ascended weapons yet, just run exotic ones. That's what I'm doing at the moment. I need a DPS. A DPS. I need one more pylon. Thank you, Farah, for the hydrate and the standing desk. Right now I'm playing on NA, but I play across both servers. Oop, just kicked my chair. Ouch. Ave Sword and Axe. Sword's a Condi weapon. You might want to swap that out. Honestly, even just running like Axe would probably get you very, very reasonable results. Because at the moment, Sword is a pure Condi weapon, so you're trying to run a Condi weapon on, I presume, Berserker stats, and that's really going to limit you. You can do it if you want, but just everything's falling. Just accept the lower DPS. Come on. Eddie Cam, you stay there. Oh, that's... Z will pile on. Okay, so we kiter. TY go A DPS Gojo. I think it's more of a hybrid weapon, is it? Okay, well that's good to know. Where's Gojo? Hang on, what character are they? There we go. A DPS, cool. There we go, got everything set up. Now I can just search for regular DPS and it's fine. And you can always install Arc DPS and see what kind of damage you're pulling anyway. But I would recommend trying to run, like if you're running a Berserker Warrior, try and run the somewhat correct weapons for the build.
Hey, the gang's
I'll just run,
but the gate's all the way over there.
I don't know, Scale Venom.
The front yard's kind of hostile.
Yeah, I'd say it'll be better to run like Axe if you just want to sub out one weapon. But yeah, like you can always check on Snow Crows for the exact build that you're running.
There's an orb talking to me. Again. The accounts didn't describe this accurately. Why aren't you on
Thanks for the inventory cleaning. That's food. I'm just going to yoink that.
that incident named Kadim?
Yeah, as long as you're not running healer weapons. Yeah, true.
Zamaros has always acted without thinking.
Could we maybe discuss this inside? Those open rifts are making me nervous.
Gather all the pieces of me Kadim scattered around the courtyard. I must be at the gate to open it.
Cool.
We'll clear the way and collect your parts as we go.
And this I want to sell. Okay, that's like pretty good. Yoink that. Yoink that.
I feel furious. My pain is
Rise and serve.
How's that? Initiating. Health. Vigor. Recovery.
It's so easy to cancel certain Scepter skills.
Gotcha. Wow, you weren't kidding about your pieces. Kadim must really have an axe to grind with you.
I think we are still pretty well fooded up. Easy peasy. Darth and BD stay on Glenna.
You know, I expected the legendary machine barrier to secret this.
ready for more. I make a quick get
Axe Raider, what's up? Wonderful to see you, mate.
Bobby Prince's hid from Joko.
Adashim wasn't erected as a refuge for human princes. We were here well before Joko.
I like this dagger skin that we got. It's basically a giant sword,
Waiting to spit out more
but we've got the
bad guys.
anime grip on it, so it's good.
So, knock knock.
Sabotaged the mechanism. I cannot repair it in my current state.
Let's bring this
Right.
here.
Lack of hands. Okay. Walk.
I completed your DPS Vindicator based off your YouTube video. Very proud. Oh, that's great to hear. I'm glad you found that useful. That's excellent. And yeah, how are you finding Vindicator so far?
I'd like to know how you managed to meld ley and elemental djinn energies without causing a chemical.
Oh, we're going to Condi DPS Virtuoso. Excellent. Yeah, Condi Virt's still brilliant.
You do realize we're here to help.
Vindicator's your all-time favourite. Vindicator is a very, very fun build. You have excellent taste. Oh, that's hurting. Just downstate DPS, it's fine. Let's throw the heal on the group.
Take me to the fountain up ahead. It will restore me.
We're inside Arashi.
Cosplays an Ellie for a short time. I'm not too far off with like Thief HP.
The Jinn are
It's
not
very on brand.
species for priory study, little scholar. Remember, you are but guests in this house.
Well, magically speaking, your house seems to be listing to the side. I'm getting wildly unstable readings here.
Shouldn't your
Like the
cardinal
swords, well, they're all rain swords, of course I like them.
Kadim killed water and fire. The remaining two have been seduced. But do not concern yourselves. It is a Jinn affair.
Well, given the
How we
crowds
doing
of
on
living
food? Got enough for the next boss.
I'd say we're your best option.
How am I doing on a Jade bot? Poorly. One for each day of the week.
Wonderful. Now be on your...
Whole again on
Yeah, we'll just instantly get on the cloning of the Pharaohs.
the fate of Jin decided by Kadim the Peerless.
Just
You know, Diane, please, I have AP to get.
does not mean the seat at the table belongs.
Best of luck.
Your Anashim will
You also Rev main do like Vindy 2, just wish they sped up the cast time scavenger burst a little. That would be really nice to sped up that cast. Yeah, I feel you. It's surprisingly easy to interrupt that cast.
Draining the ley line completely.
Devastation. Arashim will
Oh, it's ready for such wholesome.
A void of corruption will spread to every Jinn and beyond. To nature itself.
That's true. All the world's problems would be solved with that level of wholesomeness.
Suboptimal for all of us. How do we restore the power balance?
And prepare 1,000 needles. There we go.
Traders must be dispatched before Kadim's hole on the ley line can be loosened.
Now keep an eye on.
I'll see if I can get the key to open up a little more.
You tread
It'll be
upon
just like talking to my
Arashim's
great aunt
sacred
kiddo.
soil.
Only I'm less likely to get whacked with a spoon.
Even than the lowest of June. Kadim will seal the rightful supremacy.
Yeah, fuck it. There we go.
Power will shake the very mountain.
I can sense they're going to be a problem.
Kadim is tearing your city apart.
What he destroys, I shall rebuild.
Yeah, they were starting to mouth off a bit in chat.
Need help here.
Okay. Okay, let's deal with this. Would you say my favourite wing so far? I think probably it's either wing 1 or wing 4. Keep an eye, because we might have to replace them. If anyone wants to join on NA for full wing, wing 7, let me know. Now, what's everyone else's favourite raid wing? What do you think of the balance patch preview? Didn't they go too far with Reaper buffs? Does anyone know what level of DPS Reaper's going to be sitting at off the top of their heads? Yeah, wing 4 is really nice. Yeah, I think it's a really, really good sort of introductory wing. I can join. Bo, come on in. Oh, thanks, Andy. Yeah, I got to remember to do that. It's a good reminder. You tank. There is a plus. Yeah, Wing 5 is also fantastic. Let's throw down... Did people throw down food? No, that's okay. I will lob some down. There we go. Everyone get your noms. Taking some new focal keen brains. Hopefully they're on. Excellent. I'll make sure I do. Keep still at 40k DPS. Some of the buffs from durability. Well, I'm fine with buffs for durability. I think that's totally fine. Yeah, Reaper's going to be 41 to 42. Yeah, I think that's honestly fine. You like Kadim and Wing 6 and also Wing 5 too? No, that's totally valid. Whatever your favorite wing is, that's your favorite wing. And Doom is a fantastic boss. Oh, yep, screw it. We're going. What happened there? Cancel ready check. Okay. Yeah, the issue that Reaper faces essentially every encounter where Shroud gets nuked, no Shroud, no damage. Yeah, it's a very valid point about Reaper. If your Shroud goes, you lose so much damage. So a bit of durability and Shroud's honestly a good thing for it. Well, your first Doom CM kill a long time ago was with Fireball Annie. That's amazing. I love Doom CM. It's a really fun fight. I just grab a pillar with only one person. Pillars on markers. Oh, kite PD.
Come then. You won't live to see Kadim's dominion. Or mine.
My pain is easy.
Things are heating up.
Oh. Where's me, PD?
Oh, thank you.
Shouldn't have done that, actually. Sparse, what's up, mate? Wonderful to see you. How you been? Not 3 to a pillar. Yeah. Ah. Guys, just pick a pillar.
Your power play is destroying the balance.
What's your favorite Aurine legendary? Probably the Great Sword, I think. Yeah, I'd say Great Sword. Not a great sword and joy. That's fair. What is your favourite one then? Yeah. Two to a pillar. It's always two to a pillar. Hammer's pretty good. Yeah, hammer would be fantastic. Hang on. Let's try and... Tried to res to get the thing. And that's gone. Rip. Exordium's a good one, yeah. Let's go down a bit more. Yeah, we're trying to get the res so that PD could get the undefeated, but yeah, unfortunately, did not play out. I haven't delved too much into variants. The only variant I've got on my NA account is the Jawmag variant of the Aurian Greatsword, which I really, really enjoy. Eternity's fantastic. Okay, 21%. Primordius Greatsword, good choice. Okay, make sure the healer gets up. In my defense, I did try and make sort of a noble sacrifice. GG. Can they do this? 8. It's potentially doable. 6. Yep, the tank is now dead. 5. Let's see. Yeah, GG.
Help, vigor, recovery.
There we go. Back in we go. Okay. Let's go again. Says, what's up, mate? Wonderful to see you. He is here. Oh. Nice, good save. Stand a bit towards the back of the group. Don't just run to the same pillar. Hey, PK, thanks for that. Yeah, that is the add-on that we're using to show people's roles, the squad roles add-on. It's a good point for me to actually do this. go. Port back in. We're almost getting to the point where we can just straight up phase through this. Also, if we greeded a bit more there, yeah, we could. Put heal off here. Cool, I can leap over gaps. That's fun. How much can we push? Not quite enough. 4% we like potentially could. There we go. And just blast it. Nice.
You sure impacted the city's energy balance, but I think it's getting more volatile.
The key
And
did say
let's go
both
Whisper.
cardinals have to be gone to
Stop being evasive. My guys kill a cardinal and you and this
I already said to change your elite skill. Lol.
Cannot hope to inherit
HD. There we go. Prism, Maestone. Yeah, there we go. This one I'm going to want much more CC. So let's swap this out for Basilos Venom, because you have this fight. Big CC check. Make sure you don't have Snap Target on this fight. Can be a little bit fiddly, so I recommend not running it. Very real chance you like accidentally send yourself flying off the edge of the arena when the boss pushes you back weirdly. Up we get. Joel, what's up? Good to see you. EU today? No, on NA. Wednesdays are our NA day. No, don't do that.
You're wasting your time and mine.
I think they probably had auto-targeting enabled or something and they just started blasting, which... rough. Very rough. Okay. Get the ready check.
Arise, my brainless, arise.
PD is ready, and then I can honestly just instantly pour it in. There we go. Get Bassy Venom off. This is going to be a tricky one to ramp on because everything's just honestly going to die instantly. I may as well just chill and auto attack, save my initiative so I can do like a full rotation on the boss.
Why attack me for having the intellect and foresight to keep my position as
Up we get. Perfect. Ah. I had snap target on. I did the thing. Should not have done the thing. Let's get the reses. Everyone's alive. Yeah, honestly, just going to chill and just auto attack. Careful of that tornado. Oh.
I nearly died.
Dicey. Bump, 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 bump. Res. Just keep following the tornado. Ouch, let's port over here. Res. Got it.
That's valuable.
Okay, so here I'm just GG. Carters, do your thing.
I knew it. The pylon, the fountain, you, the cardinals, it's all connected to the ley line and to Keybinds.
Yeah, I'll say I've never loved Thousand Needles. Big damage, but
I do understand ley
yeah, I've never really liked it.
Use this flux disruptor on the pylons. It'll break Keybinds' connection to them.
But I guess on this boss it's not really going to matter because the boss doesn't move, really.
The fate of Jin is not for outsiders to determine.
We're ready to do whatever it takes to defeat Keybinds and save all the Jinn. Are you?
Yeah, we'll bring Bassy Venom because we will need CC for this fight.
But I can dampen the effects on you using the well of Adashi.
Could we reconfigure the well to reverse the flow and drain Keybinds of power?
As long as his stolen power channels to me. If the city is lost, I'll ensure the infection won't spread beyond Adashi.
Yeah, we're blitzing Wing 7. Wing 7's honestly another good sort of introductory wing as well, I think.
There's a good monstrosity.
Just waiting on the RP.
another
Wing 7 would be a great intro raid if not for pylons. Yeah, I agree. The fact that pylons are there means you have 3 people who need not necessarily a specific build, but some quite significant changes to their build if they want to do it comfortably.
You're definitely bigger and uglier than you were at the Mystic Forge, but you still won't win.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You're not playing Zomeros's foolish games today.
You underestimated us last time, Kadim. Didn't work out so well.
5, 6. First, fires to the left. Second to the right. Let's see how many people are... I'll go north. North usually needs 3 peeps in the tank. Blue Revan? Let's see. Zed's coming, so I don't need to be here. Yeah, this will work. Wing 4 is the same issue in a sense, but only because of how the community solved Deimos' hands. Yeah, very true. Like with the case B, you'd basically have a bunch of range people somewhat, you know, stay at range and deal with the boss, or deal with the hands. Whereas now we just consolidate it all into a single person. Because yeah, Wing 4 is another one that does require... It's only one specific role on Deimos, everything else you don't really need. But yeah, Wing 1's great introduction, does need any specific roles. Wing 2, not so much, because you need shrooms for Sloth. Also reflects for Matthias, like you just need them. Reflects are usually a given and kind of always taken care of. Wing 3, good introduction, don't really need too many mechanics. Yeah, I don't love Wing 3 as an intro wing. Yeah, Keep Construct is honestly a bit of an odd boss where it can be very much not apparent for newer players what's actually happening in the encounter, like why are we pulling the boss the way that we are. Also, Escort is just a bit of a clown fiesta at times. Not the best there. Rez, friend, what are you doing? Frustrating there, because yeah, could have potentially salvaged that if we both like res there, but yeah, we had someone sort of sitting there not resin, which yeah, when it's a pylon kiter, that needs to be resed. And yeah, I think Wing 1 definitely is like the optimal you are being introduced to raids wing, because yeah, it doesn't have any niche roles. Just requires everyone being like, you know, reasonably competent at it. So yeah, particularly if you see someone down in the fires, you gotta res them like real quick. Zera's fun. I love Zera. Zera I think may actually be my boss. It'd be like my favorite boss. Okay.
A gift from the shadows.
Dodge in. There's a bit of lag there, but it's fine. Okay, let's try this here. Perfectly stacked. Dodge in. The build does ramp pretty quick. I do quite enjoy it. GG. Yeah, Zera isn't hard to kill at all. It's actually, yeah, Farah's right, it's the gliding that actually gets most people. If you're just a DPS, you just follow the boss and hit it, and make sure you can do ley line gliding. Zera is not difficult to kill at all. The tank's the one who does like all the work, and even tanking that fight, once you know where to go, very easy. I think more people die to gliding in the fight itself. Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. It's actually quite uncommon to see people die in the actual fighting portion of Zera. Ah, friends. And even once the nerf comes in for DPS builds in, you know, what, 2 weeks' time, Zera's still going to be trivially easy, I think. Because, yeah, once the tank knows where to go, and also if you can just deal with the initial, you know, puzzle platform phase, it's pretty chill. We have to click crystal, it becomes very exciting. Even then, all the tank will do to force everyone to clear the crystal is they will just pull the entire squad to the, you know, section of the arena that they need to be in, and everyone will just kind of naturally clear the correct things. Because usually, you know, quite often we'll pull to square if DPS is a little bit low in the second phase, and even then, like, I won't even tell people where we need to clear square. I'll just drag them to square and say, yep, and they'll just assume that, okay, you need to actually clear around here. Dodge in. Let's see where we go. I think I just got turned around a bit there. Dodge in. them up. Where's the... Oh, how'd they get out there? Okay. I think we have salvaged. Nope, we most certainly have not. Ben, welcome in. Great to see you. And yeah, this entire stream is basically going to be us learning Condi Specter through various means. So starting off by learning in some raids. We'll spend some time on the DPS golem later. We've pieced together the build so far from looking at Snow Crows and adding the weapons that we need. And yeah, we're just starting to sort of suss out the actual rules of the rotation. So when you're on your main sort of weapon set, spam 3. You go into Shroud, 2 then 4. Get 2 off the second time, weapon swap to trigger on swap sigils once you exit Shroud, spam your Scepter 3 again, siphon off cooldown, now walk back this way, and use your good utility skills off cooldown. Start of your rotation, you can just go in and use 2 skills in Shroud, just so you can start ramping your damage a little bit quicker. I'm going to put down my Prepare 1,000 Needles there. I can still actually hit the boss here. Going to trust I have stability, and I do. You can do it too. Oh, absolutely. You know, this is actually honestly a pretty chill one to learn, I think. Dodge in. Throw down my well. Just throw some heal wells on the group there, keep everyone a little bit topped up. AD piece with it as well. You can, yeah. Just throw on a bunch of ritual ski and swap some traits and you're good to go. And firmly welcome in your own opinion that the lightning strike should insta down. It's a fair take. Especially on like especially on challenge mode, I could definitely see that. Let's check daily raid bounties. Few minutes break, then voice and claw. And Sabbather. Let's grab that. 10 events is done. Cool, we'll enter that. Nice, cool. We're going to go take a quick break and stretch our legs. See everyone in a moment. Sit tight. I've been playing Guild Wars 2 for 11 years, and a question I get asked all the time is, how do I make more gold? Don't worry, friends. I've got you. Guild Wars 2 actually has an incredibly stable, well thought out economy. It just takes a little bit of knowledge to know how to take advantage of it to its fullest. Welcome back everyone. It's a very common problem in Guild Wars 2 for new players to struggle to make gold. This is because Guild Wars 2 functions a little differently than other MMOs when it comes to gold making. Other lesser games will simply flood your account with gold whenever you complete content, whereas Guild Wars 2 functions very, very differently. But worry not my friends, if you've been playing Guild Wars 2 for a little while, you are probably richer than you even realize. There is a very real chance that you are sitting on a veritable fortune and not even realizing it. So today we are going to delve into one of the key stores of wealth in Guild Wars 2, your material storage. First up, we'll touch on why the material storage is important. Rather than flooding your account with liquid gold every time you complete an event, Guild Wars 2 will typically reward you with materials, items, and currencies. This adds a few more steps to convert these into raw gold, but trust me, it is a good thing that this is the case. As has happened in many other MMOs in history, simply handing out liquid gold to players often results in hyperinflation. Now, hyperinflation is a catastrophic thing that can happen in any MMO economy. When inflation takes place, your gold becomes worth less and less, and your purchasing power, or the number of things that you can buy with your gold, becomes lower. Effectively, this makes the regular player poorer than when they started. An item that starts out at 50 silver becomes worth 5 gold the next week and 50 gold the next. And before you know it, you are having to start printing $1 trillion bills in order to make sense of it all. Eventually, gold becomes effectively worthless and the entire game's economy stops functioning. This makes the game less approachable to new players and means returning players come back to all their hard-earned gold being effectively worthless. There's even a notorious example of this with the game Gaia Online. Here, the developers introduced gold generators, items that will create gold for you automatically each day as a means to very quickly increase revenue. The value of gold decreased, with items that were previously worth thousands of gold now costing billions. Old players simply saw their entire savings vanish. Whereas in Guild Wars 2, with the rewards being structured primarily around materials and currencies, we can step around this problem. By rewarding you with materials, you then have to go and list them on the trading post if you want to convert them to gold. And whenever you do this, you are going to incur a 5% listing fee whenever you list an item and a 10% exchange fee when your item is eventually sold. This is one of the many ways that Guild Wars 2 rips gold out of the economy and counteracts the risk of hyperinflation taking place. In fact, Guild Wars 2 has one of the most stable in-game economies that I have ever seen. I've been playing Guild Wars 2 for 11 years now, and the gold that I have on my account is worth a similar amount to what it was worth shortly after the game's launch, at least compared to so many other games out there. And now to make the most gold with the items in your material storage. Now, this will sound very obvious for experienced players, but I run into this question all the time on my streams. Put it simply, sell what you don't need and keep what you do. You need to set aside the need to hoard every material you get in case you might need it later. Guild Wars 2 isn't set up for you to easily farm the specific materials that you need. Instead, you're going to want to sell what you don't need to other players in order to get gold. You will then use that gold to buy materials that you do need. And if you're worried about selling an item with the risk that you may need it later, I'm going to reassure you, do not worry about it. When the time comes around when you actually need that item again, there's a decent chance that you have farmed up multiple of what you need. And worst case, you can simply repeat the process and sell what you don't need and buy what you need again. Avoid the urge to hoard all of your materials. It is only going to make it take longer and longer for you to reach your goals. If you want to quickly see at a glance how much gold is in your material storage, I highly recommend linking your Guild Wars 2 account with Guild Wars 2 Efficiency. Here you can view exactly what is in your material storage at any point and see just how much they're going to sell for. Guild Wars 2 Efficiency is the single greatest website I can recommend if you're looking to increase your gold making in Guild Wars 2, so 100% recommend you do this. I've somewhat recently gone and purged my material storage to fund some extra legendaries, and here I'm still sitting on almost 900 gold worth of materials that I could liquidate right now if I needed. Now, beyond simply selling your materials directly to the trading post, there are ways where you can increase the gold you make from your material storage. Your next step is to use these materials to craft things that other players need and then sell them for a profit. There are so many different items you can craft, and the best ones change depending on what the economy is doing and what items are in demand. However, here are some of the key items that I've been doing recently, and they've made me a significant chunk of gold. So much so, I've been able to fund 2 accounts just by doing this. For quartz crystals, you can convert 25 of these into a charged quartz crystal once a day. You can then use this to craft celestial weapons and armor, which sell for a very tidy sum on the trading post. You can also craft a piece of sky-scale food as well, which is a very consistent way to make some gold. I regularly use black diamonds that have dropped for me to craft Viper's weapons and armor, a very in-demand stat combination, has been for years and will be forevermore. Mithril, silk, and thick leather I use to craft ascended crafting materials, which I then turn into other useful things. One of these being tier 10 Jadebot cores. These use up a lot of materials as well as research notes. But aside from the research note crafting, this is a very easy, consistent way to make some extra gold. I also craft jeweled damask patches, as these can also use up a lot of the Heart of Thorns currencies that you may have piling up. Personally, I've been maxed out on these materials for years, so having a sink for them is incredibly valuable. I'll often craft Cryptus motivations as well, as these are used to juice the rewards that you get from farming your rifts, which makes these rifts even more profitable and speeds up your progress towards open world legendary armor. These are just a selection of the items that I craft, and these will change over time. So always try and be on the lookout for things that you can craft in order to turn a profit. As a general rule, if there is a useful item that has a few steps involved in its crafting, it's going to result in a much better profit than if you just sold the materials outright. Don't worry about trying to find something to craft for every item though, just focus on a handful at a time and then just sell the rest of the materials that you don't need. This is exactly what I do, and I have 56 legendaries to this account, and gold is never an issue. And that, my friends, is where a huge chunk of your gold is going to be tied up. It is going to be hidden from you in your material. And we're back. Welcome back, everyone. Okay, so we are needing to form up for this. Let's see, need Q DPS. So we're going to do daily, voice, and Sabbather, and then we'll see what we kind of need to do. So let's go Q DPS. Love that I can use this add-on again. Makes my life so much easier. Should finish that. Yeah. Do I go Q DPS tar? Taji. Soren, how's it going? Great to see you. Now it's just DPS, job done. Cool, that's loaded up.
You're young to be so confident.
And let's consume a bunch of things. Check that we are in the LFG. We are. Perfect. Just drag everyone in. Just DPS. Lucius. I'm working on some Aurora collections past days, and it's something. Ah, nice. How are you going with your Aurora progress? Get the ready check. And these bosses are quite mobile, so I might even do scale venom. We'll just wait on Orca there. As soon as Orca is ready, then we will get cracking. Should actually use up some of these scrolls. Ah, there we go. Well, these are all actually grouped up perfectly, which is amazing. Antiquary is pumping.
It's all skill and a little luck. It's valuable.
And let's go move on to Spirit Veil into a cheeky Sabbather. Slow but steady. 2, almost 3 out of 7 of the Awakening done. Nice. When that's done, you need money and or materials. Excellent. Well, I'm glad you're making good progress on the Awakening step. Yeah, the Druid Runestone
Let's get to work.
is definitely the point where everyone has a bit of a rough time. Cannon. One of the kite. Beautiful. Just ask for one of the healers to kite. Excellent. Thank you, Zed.
Intruders! Tear them apart! 100 gold for each.
Set Orca to none.
Prepare to die. Might and glory.
Yeah, you figured out a couple days ago the rune zones were time gated. And in the second collection, you think of that one. Well, it's good at least you realize that and you didn't leave it to like the last thing you need to, or else, yeah, then you're a little bit up shit creek. So I'm glad you at least figured that now. No valid path to target. Oh, it's sad when that happens. Where did someone die? Oh, cool. Someone's already done this. Oh, they did that. Hell yeah. Very nice. Let's try and arrows if we can.
Fully functional.
PD, can you do 1, 3? And let's see, who else I want to assign a mechanic to? And a Slifer, can you do 2, 4?
You came all this way for a few soldiers? You really have no idea what's inside this compound, do you? Only the
3
worthy are
and
taken in
4. Cool.
like the squad leader. Your little journey ends here.
Perfectly stationary boss, so we can just keep prepare 1,000 needles. Don't really need much CC.
I feel fury.
Prepare the cages. We've got some business.
A really awkward spot for that. Yeah, if you ever miss a cannon here, just skip. Yeah, Antiquary is blasting. Ready to CC Knuckles.
Take your tools. I can lead you to...
Cool, they are safe. Ouch. Those were definitely some bombs. Cool, and we'll go stack on this side. Is here. And so let's just skip. Yeah, I'll say at this point we can just kind of skip all cannons and not worry too much about it. Start healing prematurely. Nice, very clean.
Everyone, listen. There's more to this situation than we thought. These bandits were protecting something, and we need to find out what. We need to free these prisoners, and then find out.
We'll do a quick wing. Do a quick wing 4 next. Cool, let's load up on those. Okay. Let's go enter. So we will go into Bastion. Okay, so I need an A heal. Raids. Wing 4. Full clear. A heal. DPS. I'll go hand kite. DPS. Stage roll. Stay on QDPS. Oh, LFG. Okay, how else are we sitting? Lasting through Rezo, which is very nice.
I see someone's a bit impatient. You think there's something important here?
Isn't it obvious? I make a discovery, I'm gonna investigate the heck out of it. And wait till you
Oh, LFG for QDPS as well. And if we get one, you can hand kite. Oh, we've got Moe in here. Nice. Okay. Got the kiter. Perfect. So let's just get an A heal in here now. And let's also rep R. Sup, Moe. Let's go type this in our guild chat as well. Bum. Guild Ascended Horse Hero. There we go. Okay. 2 spots for wing for all clear. Need a heal and a DPS. Cool, that will be in guild chat as well. So we get a heal. Get the daily done. Because we'll search across the guild and on the LFG. Jess, welcome in. And yeah, happy birthday for yesterday. I want an A right now? Yes, I am. Mr. said, thank you for coming. You brushed it even though you want more bread. Well, it's your fault for making such delicious bread. If the bread wasn't so delicious, we wouldn't be in this predicament right now. Oh. Okay, let's see what we got. Someone joined. Doesn't like meta. /D, go a heal. Perfect, there we go. A heal, in you get. Now I just need a DPS. G, and then I will... Cool, got them in here. Let's go rep this guild. Nice. But that bread was absolutely amazing. How do we raise your plan today? This wing here will probably be our last one before we move on to some more open world, because we've done a wing 7. We've done the other remaining 2 daily raids. Now we're doing a wing 4 full clear, but we'll see how much time we have. But I suspect this will be the last one based on how much time we have. Okay, we'll just wait on them to come on in. I'll deal with the rest of the inventory later. So with magnetite shards are getting up there again, which is nice. Actually, I've been running a little bit low on those recently. I'm going to start skipping some weeks where I buy the Mystic Clovers. Come on in. Okay. What's that? Sleepy. I'll give them a moment. Oh, they're our handcart. Yep, so. Looks like they might be setting up the build, I presume, if they're in the Mistlock Sanctuary.
Now I shall break. That's valuable.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we sold off all of our... What do you call them? Globs of Ecto as well. The scale venom is what I can swap this to, if I feel like it. But really, might only be against Deimos that I kind of do that, I think. Cool, they are in. Excellent. On this encounter, I might even run that just so I can skip some mechanics. I think that sounds good. I'm going to preemptively get our food ready. Okay, let's get the ready check. I'll bring food, assuming there's not already some there. But yeah, this will be a DPS loss, but it means we can skip mechanics, which is going to be good. I'll make sure I actually keep the guild panel open there.
All right, lead the way.
Follow me.
What the?
Did I do a wing port earlier? I have no idea. Let's find out together. And then old 1, 2, and 3.
Safe from harm.
Put that down. That off. Got some stability there. Sidestep. Simple sidestep. Stabilities. And I'll start. Oh, I got ported. In we get. I think I was able to successfully port out of a teleport, so that's good. Port out of that. Sidestep. More stability. Nice. Very clean. Oh, it's cool, the miss wing as well. I just really did because I thought it was a very efficient way to get some gold, but no, it's actually an incredibly efficient way to get some gold. Yeah, it's nice just bringing Well of Bounty there. It means you can just lob some stability in the group. It means they can disregard all of the green circles there. It's super nice. Oh, we got a Thief as well, so it's very good for wing 4. And we got a heal Specter as well, so cool. Not going to have to deal with the actual mechanic, the rubble.
Not my fault.
I see we're late to the party.
Totally not my fault.
Would you... What was that?
Why would someone barricade themselves in here? What's on the other side?
Let's go grab some shovels.
Time to unearth some artifacts. What mysteries have we uncovered today?
We'll just interact, get a bit of rare gear. Okay, let's see if anyone else wants to deal with the mechanic. We've got a claim. I will take Dispel. Someone take Protect. Oh cool, someone does. Perfect. Actually, how cool. Perfect. We'll get the ready check. Can precast that. Alt 9, clear markers.
Well, that feels
Watch
different.
your surroundings.
You have to really spam some of these skills to make sure they stick.
Watch your feet.
So keep an eye when another shield pops up. Another slightly terrifying port. That. Nice. Easy. I think I've already done, yeah, MO this week.
That doesn't sound good. I can pick this.
I don't have many pushes, so hopefully someone else brings a push. I will bring much CC though. Yeah, simply with Bassy Venom we should have plenty. Bring Well of Silence for even more CC. I might do that. Just makes us a bit more useful to the team. In we go. I don't want to... Oh, I'm aggroed. Jump. Walk through. That's very true. In an ideal world, I wouldn't be playing Condi on Samurog. Very true statement. Might just delay in Shroud a bit. Not too bad overall. Do we have any pushes? Yeah, we do. Ooh. That was a big stun. Target Oregon. Jump. It's going to stay here. There we go. Hang on, big CC. There we go. Let me sure I actually activate my skills correctly. What's the conduit doing? Oh yeah, no, that is just straight up playing power. Dodge that. Sidestep. Target down to Rig'em. That was a very bad well there. GG, let's see. There we go. Clean. Oh, got a mini. Sweet.
It's valuable.
Ah, they're struggling a bit with how Conduit works, do they? And this one, I might do Scale Venom here.
Join the others. There's no more.
And I will pop it in that slot. Got to have the Venoms next to each other. Sparrow, how's it going, mate? Good to see you. Hope you're having a great day. Just double check everything else in the build is right. Looks like it is. Ah, cool. Someone remembered to disable the cinematic. I forgot. Specter's honestly going very, very well. Depends on the encounter a bit. It's one of those ones that, I guess, a Condi build, but lots of short phases can have a bit of a bad time. So Samurog, bit of a bad time. Did Giga CC though, which is always good. But it's solid. It's easy to play. It's basically fully ranged. Some of the skills are a bit annoying and easy to cancel, but we're slowly getting used to it. And depending on the encounter, it pumps.
What are you doing? You'll let him out?
Ah! Just accidentally poured myself. That one should die. Not yet. There we go, nice. Dodge. I mean, it pumped like pretty well so far.
Set him up for the kill. I was desperate, and turned to thievery to pay my creditors. Stand in the war, quickly!
you see that?
Dodge 4. Oils. Let's see if we have any oilers. Yep. Oilers! What? Yep, so hungry. Is that tank dead? GG. Yeah, that's the tank gone. We'll just reset that.
Might and glory.
I'm glad we got the Oilers emote now. Thanks to Vara for setting that up. Alright, let's go in. Let's blast again.
I feel fury.
You'll let him out?
I'm gonna try and like Condi bomb one of them as much as possible. Oh! GG. I poured it into that. I'm like, oh shit, I could see it happening in slow motion. Is Daemon considered a demon? I guess. Oh, I guess he's technically a Cryptus. Happened to you the other day? Oh, it's rough when that happens. Oh, Gambler 45% apparently? Yeah. That stung. Pretty funny though. Now the question is, will I do the same thing again? Oh, can we do the mystical one burn? We will actually. Not quite. Oh, almost.
I was just and turned to thievery to pay my creditors. Stand in the war! Quickly!
Alright, we got our first oil. Oh, I moved away. In that situation, we actually can stand in an oil, it's fine.
Gambled away everything.
Ah! This is my spot. It's a good spot. What is this nonsense? Where is he? Here he is. Yep, everyone grab these. Salvaged. Dodge, I was going to say a split second later, but I guess it doesn't really matter for me. Oh, did I notice the April Fool's thing on the login screen? I did, yeah. I showed it to Jess earlier today. That was very fun. That's a nice little touch. She found it very amusing as well. I've already had breakfast, but what about second breakfast? They should keep it. It should be a toggleable option. It's very fun. Oh, those were some ports. I got ported mid-port. So I basically ported somewhere, then immediately ported back. It was something. Why'd I do that? Like, I just burnt damage. Yeah, I like Condi Specter. Nice bit of extra gold. why. We'll leave it. Ah. Pretty good. 2 wings done plus the dailies is not too bad. Good. Let's go leave. But thank you very much everyone who came along for raids there tonight. Let's go and just process some of this loot. Thank you, Orca, for coming for that. That was good fun. We're back above 1,000 magnetite. Not for long. Although, honestly, I should probably just hold off on spending it. And thank you for coming for that, Moe, as well. Is there a button here for me to shout you out? What's that one do? Nope, that's not that. That's a hammer. I must not press that. I thought there was a thing here for me to automatically do that. Oh well. Everyone, make sure to go check out Moe on Twitch. Thank you so much for popping in. How have you been? It's wonderful to see you. I have to be careful with those buttons because, yeah, I'm looking at it through a virtual machine, so it was like extra small font. Let's go do some exchanges. And we will process. I've got some actual exotics I'm using. Yeah, I've been very good. Thanks for asking. I'm glad to hear you've been going good as well. Anything else I can buy? Huh? I won't. How much? How many tomes can I get? I can get 10 for 150. Yeah. Actual spirit shards for me are actually pretty worth it. Okay, might be a few little extra things we can do to generate a bit of gold. Okay. Let's buy those. Might not have been the most efficient use of my currencies ever, but hey. It's not too bad. Okay, let's go deposit this stuff in here. Nice. And then we will go take a very quick break. So we'll see everyone in a few minutes. Enjoy a video in the meantime. Are you tired of your team not having boons? Do you watch in despair as everyone around you falls to damage they should easily be avoiding? Oh, excellent. I'll come back quickly for your question there. Warblaze caught me just as I was heading off. Get to 150 Agni resistance. That will cover you for basically everything. That's like the maximum you need. For quick play, you don't need any. You're going to wait? That's all good. No, I was literally just talking over. Now we'll go take a break. Welcome back, everyone. We've covered every other Revenant spec, so now it is time to cover what is undoubtedly the most fun of all of them, Power Vindicator, whose entire purpose is to crush your enemies beneath your muscly calves.
Woo! Superhero landing! Yeah, that's really hard on your knees.
Power Vindicator is the single best DPS spec that Revenant has access to, and we've been building to this one for a while now. Vindicator is simple to play, has outstanding damage, lets you nuke your enemies from orbit with the single most powerful dodge in the game, has blocks and evades on every weapon set that you're going to be using, and with a few slight tweaks, lets you run around with basically infinite endurance in open world, pinging from mob to mob, growing your fortune with every dodge. Revenant has been my main class for years, so it is time, my friends, to finally cover what is its single greatest damage build. Let's dive in. So quickly, what is Vindicator? Vindicator is the Revenant specialization that came out with End of Dragons, which gives you access to Greatsword, and it replaces your dodge with 3 different powerful variants depending on what Grandmaster trait you pick. You also get access to the new Alliance stance, which you can toggle between your offensive Arkamora skills and your defensive St. Victor skills. You also get access to the new skill Energy Meld, which by default will simply gain you some extra endurance, but we can buff this further with traits. Vindicator is one of the highest bursting power damage builds in the game, which makes this exceptionally fun to play. To quickly cover off on our traits, in Devastation, Unsuspecting Strikes, Notoriety, and Swift Termination are all there to load you up with extra strike damage modifiers, the main thing that you're looking for on a DPS build. In Invocation, Rising Tide will grant you extra damage when you're above 75% health. Spirit Boon will grant you and your allies some extra boons whenever you swap legends, notably Might when you swap to Shiro and Vigor when you swap to Alliance stance. The Vigor here is really nice because it increases your endurance recovery so you can dodge even more often. Roiling Mist is one of the most important traits on all Power Revenant builds. This makes it so that you get an extra 25% critical chance from Fury, which you need to reach 100% crit chance, which is an incredibly important thing on power damage builds. Vindicator makes it so that your dodge now causes you to leap in the air and land on your enemies for a huge burst of damage. The effects of your dodge change depending on the final trait that you pick, but for here, we'll basically always take Death Drop, which causes our dodge to inflict extra damage. Leviathan Strength gives us an extra 10% damage whenever our endurance is not full, One of the trickiest parts about playing Vindicator is keeping your endurance from filling up, so you'll be dodging as part of your damage rotation. Reaver's Curse will reduce the cooldown of your energy meld while increasing the effectiveness of your next dodge after you use it. In this case, it will double the damage of your next dodge. Death Drop will seriously amp up the damage that your dodge does. It will also grant you the buff Forerunner of Death, which will grant you an extra 25% damage for the next 10 seconds. This means that your entire rotation becomes centered around dodging to keep up this Forerunner of Death buff, as well as keeping your endurance from being full to make sure you're always triggering Leviathan Strength. For your gear, you're simply going to run Berserker's gear with Rune of the Dragon Hunter. If you want to optimize things slightly, you can also run a Dragon's back piece, so you trade some of the extra precision that you don't actually need for extra ferocity. This is a small gain though, so Berserkers is totally fine. Your default loadout is going to be running Sword with Greatsword with Sigils of Force and Air on each weapon set. With a few sigil tweaks, we can make this build absolutely pop off in open world, so stay tuned. Sword is your highest damaging weapon set, and the fast attacks pair perfectly with the Impossible Odds skill in the Shiro Legend, which will cause your attacks to deal a small follow-up strike. So faster attacks equal more damage. Greatsword gives you access to more AoE damage than Sword and scales really well the larger your target's hitbox is. This is due to the incredible Eternity's Requiem skill, which lays down a huge burst of damage in an AoE around you. Sometimes it is a good idea to swap out one of your weapons for Staff for the insane CC damage it brings. Usually you'll want to swap out Greatsword to keep the impeccable damage from Sword, but if you're a Greatsword enjoyer, you can replace swords as well. For our relic, we'll simply be taking Relic of the Thief, which will give us an extra damage modifier as we use our weapon skills. For food, take the best power and ferocity food you have on hand. Ideally, this will be your Ascended sous vide steaks with sweet and spicy butternut squash being the regular alternative. For your utility, take Superior Sharpening Stones. The potent versions of these last an hour and align perfectly with your Ascended food buff. Plus, they're the best value you can get here. For the legends you'll be taking, you'll usually be using Shiro and Alliance stance. Shiro is your peak legend for damage entirely due to the skill Impossible Odds. As soon as you enter Shiro, you'll activate it, leave it on, and profit. Impossible Odds will cause your attacks to deal a small follow-up attack, which significantly ups your damage. You do have a nice stun break on Riposting Shadows. Phase Traversal will port you to your target, and Jade Winds is some nice CC. All of these skills though are rather expensive in terms of energy, so only use them if you have energy to spare. Alliance Stance is the new toy that Vindicator gets to play with and actually gives you access to 10 skills instead of the usual 5. Toggle your F3 skill Alliance Tactics and you can swap between the offensive Archimedes and the defensive St. Victor skills. Due to you simply being a DPS, you're basically never going to swap off Archimedes. On Archimedes, your heal skill, Selfish Spirit, will damage nearby enemies, inflict vulnerability, and grant you might. Scavenger Burst is a targeted AoE which deals damage, inflicts burning, as well as granting you endurance, quickness, and fury for each target you hit. An incredibly useful skill in open world to help you maintain buffs on yourself. Reaver's Rage is a personal stun break which also grants you stability. It'll also damage and stun nearby targets. Nomad's Advance will cause you to leap forward, damage foes, and grant yourself might. A very nice skill for mobility and helps you stick to your target. Spear of Archimedes is the main skill that you'll be using while you're in Alliance stance, at least in your main damage rotation. You'll summon an NPC to hurl a spear at your target, inflicting a huge burst of damage after a short delay. Although you rarely dip into St. Victor stance, there are some useful skills to be aware of. Awakening will break stun on nearby allies as well as granting them protection and stability. Tree Song will grant regeneration, cleanse conditions, and heal allies for each condition removed. It's also very nice to use this on yourself to cleanse conditions and get out of combat faster. If you need to provide stability to your team, then you can swap out Alliance Stance for Jalous. Jalous gives you access to Inspiring Reinforcement, which places down a yellow brick road to give your team stability. You also get Vengeful Hammers as an upkeep skill, which is a decent DPS increase. Outside that, you also have Forced Engagement to taunt enemies and provide some soft CC, as well as Rite of the Great Dwarf, which will stun break your allies and give them a 50% damage reduction for a couple seconds. An expensive but very handy skill. Now with access to all this profound knowledge, it's time to touch on our rotation. Your rotation basically consists of your opener, your Shiro loop, and then your alliance loop. Stitch them together and you are good to go. For our opener, start with energy meld to increase the effectiveness of our dodge. Use Spear of Archimedes, dodge to get your Forerunner of Death damage modifier. Use Greatsword 3 into Greatsword 5, Greatsword 2, Legend and Weapon Swap. From here, we'll fall into our Shiro loop. Use Sword 2 and activate Impossible Odds, then use Sword 4 and Sword 5. You'll then dodge, auto attack until Sword 2 is off cooldown, Sword 2, auto attack again while waiting for Sword 2 to once again come off cooldown. You'll then dodge and Sword 2 again. We'll then Legend and Weapon Swap to go into Alliance stance. Before we touch on your Alliance and Greatsword loop, there are a few things that we need to chat about. Because Alliance stance won't make use of an upkeep skill like Impossible Odds, you have much more energy to play with. So you're going to want to use Energy Meld twice while you're in Alliance stance. This will amp up your dodges and grant you some extra endurance. So you'll use Energy Meld here ideally. You'll start with Greatsword 2, Spear of Archimedes, Greatsword 5, use Energy Meld, Greatsword 3, and Greatsword 2, you'll then dodge. We'll do one auto attack chain to wait for Greatsword 2, Greatsword 2 again, one auto attack chain, you'll dodge, then Greatsword 2, one auto attack chain, we'll then Energy Meld, Spear of Archimedes, dodge once again, Greatsword 3, Greatsword 2, we'll finish up with Greatsword 5, you'll then Legend and Weapon Swap, and go back to your Shiro loop, rinse and repeat. In actual encounters, you're going to need to adapt your rotation depending on how much endurance you have. In some cases, team members will grant you extra endurance, which may mean you'll lose your damage modifier from Leviathan Strength. In this case, just squeeze in an extra dodge whenever you can. And also, depending on your team composition, you may find yourself short of vigor, and hence short on endurance. If this is the case, skip either Sword 4 or 5 in Shiro and use Energy Meld instead. If you're in Alliance stance, replace a dodge with an auto attack chain as needed. For some general rules of thumb to help you remember the rotation, try and dodge every 5 seconds to stop your endurance from filling up. Use Sword 2 3 times while you're in Shiro and use Sword 4 and 5 once each. Pair up your dodges with Greatsword and Sword 2. Your best skills while on Greatsword and in Alliance stance are Greatsword 2, Greatsword 3, Greatsword 5, Spear of Archimedes, and Energy Meld. So you'll use all these skills when you enter Alliance stance and just before you leave. Because you're using your dodge as part of your damage rotation, make sure to use Greatsword 4 and Sword 3 to block and dodge attacks respectively. Practice using these skills to avoid damage instead. If you want to replace either Sword or Greatsword with Star for the extra damage, just use all your good skills off cooldown, dodge every few seconds, and profit. If you need to replace a legend for stability, swap out Alliance stance for Chalice. The same idea applies as before. Keep Impossible Odds and Vengeful Hammers up as much as possible and use your good skills off cooldown. Now for an open world build bonus round. What makes Vindicator, in my opinion, the single most fun build for open world is the unhinged things you can pull off with a single sigil swap. Grab yourself a second greatsword and sword. Exotic is totally fine as well, and throw on a sigil of stamina. This will refill your endurance whenever you kill an enemy. Given how insanely bursty this build is, you'll be doing this all the time. Against anything lower than a champion, you'll more or less be able to infinitely dodge and completely annihilate anything in your path while being untouchable at the same time. Combine this with the insane mobility you have from Phase Traversal, Nomad's Advance, Greatsword 3, and Sword 5, you'll be moving between enemies in the blink of an eye, playing whack-a-mole. And that, my friends, is everything you need to know to master what I believe is the single most fun DPS build in the game. It has everything you need. It has huge burst damage, blocks and evades built in for free. It has the flexibility to swap around your weapons and legends as you see fit, all while being incredibly durable and simple to play. I didn't even mention how you can take this build, swap a trait line around, and have access to the single greatest boon provider in the game, Power Quickness Herald. So go check out our previous video to add yet another build to your arsenal. And with that, I'll catch you all next time. Cheers. If you are looking for the best way to manage your Guild Wars 2 add-ons, then I've got you covered. Today I'm going to walk you through how I easily stay on top of all of my Guild Wars 2 add-ons with the incredible Nexus add-on manager. Let's dive in. Now, first things first, to download Nexus, you're going to head over to raidcore.gg and simply download the installer from here. Now, depending on your browser, you may get a security pop-up, but it's fine. Just work your way through the prompts and you're going to be good to go. Now, you can simply open up the installer and work through the prompts. Now, we can see right here, Windows has given us the warning, but it's okay. We can just run it anyway. We do not need to worry about it. Now, it's found where our Guild Wars 2 installation is, so we simply need to install Nexus. Or in my case, because I already had Guild Wars 2 open, make sure you have it closed and then try and run the installer. And just like that, we've gone and downloaded Nexus. You can see here we have the D3, D11 file sitting in our Guild Wars 2 folder. So that is all we need to do to install Nexus for the time being. We can simply quit out of that, then open up Guild Wars 2. Now let's jump into Guild Wars 2 and let's continue configuring Nexus. Beautiful. Now, as soon as we're in Guild Wars 2, you can simply click agree to the prompt and we are in Nexus and we are ready to get started. Now, I'll just close out of this for the time being. Now, for the reasons why I love Nexus, first up, it is incredibly easy to install. It's just a few button presses. We don't need to manually install any DLL files. It's incredibly easy, just a few clicks and we are there. Another one of the incredibly powerful things about Nexus is the fact that it can auto update as well as disable and manage all of your add-ons. Now, this is very important for me because I stream every Monday, Wednesday and Sunday over on Twitch, and for me here in Australia, Wednesday is when the Guild Wars 2 patch will normally land. Now, when a big patch lands, it's quite likely that Arc DPS is going to break and I'm going to be left scrambling to fix it just before I go live. Now, once you install an add-on, if there is a big patch that will break an add-on or cause it to crash your game, Nexus will go through and automatically disable it. So rather than me having to go into my game files and remove my Arc DPS file until a patch has been released, Nexus will take care of it for me. Now, my life is made drastically easier by that, and I do not have to debug Arc DPS whenever I'm going live. And plus, it will give you a notification saying that that add-on has been disabled, and you can then go through and re-enable it at your leisure if it turns out it actually didn't break the game. But rather than instantly crashing your game, this means you can dive right in, which is great.
Looks great!
Now let's quickly jump into the game for a change of scenery. Beautiful, that's much better. Now you'll see there's a little Nexus icon at the top of your screen, so we can just click on that and start configuring. Now we'll simply start in the add-ons tab first, and if we go over to library, because you can see we have nothing installed at the moment, we have a huge list of add-ons that we can go through and install. Now I always say Guild Wars 2 is the MMO for people without a huge amount of free time, so being able to simply browse all of these add-ons here without having to scour Reddit posts and GitHub pages, this is an absolute lifesaver. Now take the time to have a bit of a browse through here, see what interests you, but I'm going to walk you through the main add-ons that I use day to day. Now first up, I'm going to install Arc DPS, and we are done. If we come back over to the install tab, we can see that Arc DPS is sitting here. If we just click load, beautiful. And we are back, or welcome back everyone. Okay, now that we have done a bunch of raids, now what I would like to do is actually change this up a bit. So let's shift over to the open world version here. So I might even run Traversing Dusk here as another little change. And then in our equipment, should I get a tier 10 Jadebot core? Prob should. Let's go do that. Tier 10. Come on. Maybe I have to go Jadebot. What does it respond to the best? Oh cool, these have actually come down a bit in price. And let's equip that. And we will sell this back for a little bit of gold. Cool, we now have much more health. Sweet. Now the other change I want to make is to sub this out for Ritualist. Now, there's a few other changes as well. We'll pull open the Snowcrow's Open World Condition. Oh, that was a loud noise. Condition Specter Guide here. Okay. Apparently this one's easy to learn. So we want to grab a Viper's Spear. That is fine. And potentially a Viper's Shortbow as well. That one is probably just way easier for me to quickly duck into World versus World to get. Let's go Bloodstone, Fen done, and only Chalice of Tears left for Ember Bay. But probably work on some of the other areas before that. Well done. That is great to hear. Let's go weapons. Short bow. It's a cheeky gold. Just see if there's anything else we can get from Dugan here. I can actually get, yeah, 5 clovers for everything I've got there, which is nice. Cool, so we are good for the next 2 legendary weapons, so there's actually not much need for me to buy a bunch more Mystic Clovers for a while, so I might hold on to my Magnetite shards yet, and once we finish off on this next legendary, we'll start rebuilding our stockpile. Okay, so let's run a spear. Do you even have underwater weapons? Or do I not care? Actually, let's go weapons. Let's just get a spear and a harpoon gun. Spears. Hey Drew, how's it going? Welcome, welcome in Raiders. My name is Connor, or ConnorConCarne, and you may also know me from my YouTube channel right there, where just the other day we uploaded a new guide on the amazing Power Conduit and Guild Wars 2, so make sure you go check that out. Drew, what did you get up to on your stream? Tell us all about it. Everyone make sure to go check out the wonderful Drew over on Twitch. How you going, mate? We've just been learning a bunch of condition damage Specter in this stream. We did a bunch of raids on it, very successful. Now we're going to make some changes and sort of learn the open world version of the build, and I guess just for a bit of completeness, I'm actually getting some underwater weapons because it doesn't have any. It's very, very embarrassing. Okay, so I'm just trying to find some that are like reasonable. I don't know, let's get some condition damage, sort price up. I can get some sinister stuff for like super cheap. That's not bad. A rating all 9 ESO stream was great. That's great. And General, welcome in as well. So yeah, how is ESO going these days? Gun gear. I'm just tossing up. Power, precision, condition damage. That should be rampages. That's sinister, so that's pretty good. Yeah, let's get one of these. And I know, throw a harpoon gun here. What should we get? Is there a sinister one floating around? Drake strike, power, toughness, condition damage. Yeah, close enough. That's good over there. We've got lots of changes and good stuff happening in 2026. That is wonderful to hear. So it's always good when another MMO is getting very well supported. And stud, welcome in. Scavenge weapons collector. What do we get for that? Oh, they're Janthia Wild stuff. Okay. Good to know. Rightio. So, for this set here, we want Bursting and Earth and Corruption. So let's throw down a short bow here. A raid to a lovely Colossal Chaos tonight. That is awesome. I'm glad to hear that. And this is Earth and Corruption. Customize. What is this? This is Bursting. Oh, we should set it to Vipers first. Bursting in Earth. Bursting in Earth. Love it. And I presume we can do like Earth and Corruption just on these. Look at us having legendary underwater sigils. Our priorities are well and truly in place. So maybe at least when we go underwater, we will get some Corruption stuff, which will be pretty sweet. Corruption. Okay, and don't like the skin, so that must be fixed. Wardrobe, get equipped, fashion, save. Swap this out for literally anything else. I actually don't have that many really good longbows. I mean, the Kurzik tree sing a short bow is not awful. Collapsing star one's also nice. Don't mind the Tengu one. Bit too much like a regular stick. I don't like the Sky Scout. It looks like Spyro, so that is cool in that respect, I guess. We need more legendaries here. I feel like its prob's going to be... Yeah, the Kurzik one kind of checks. Person one's okay. Yeah, we'll go that one. Save apply to equipment. Cool. So, the build is now set. Let's also go hide. These are just a little bit too much for now. Okay, see if there's any other changes we need. I don't think we do, so we'll mainly be rocking Spear here. Don't really care too much about the food. So equipment notes, we don't need to read that. I think, oh, it's actually changed this so we have Chronomancer, or else we're not getting any quickness. Which will be incredibly sad. Okay. So, Specter focuses on spending initiative on weapon skills and entering Shroud while initiative recharges again. Get damage reduction when we're in Shroud. So dealing damage. Your well skills will live anywhere the destination to give us quickness. Very nice. Spear skills Mantis Sting and Unsuspecting Strike are each a sequence of 3 skills. Lead attack, follow up, and finisher. So Mantis Sting and Unsuspecting Strike, that is the 2 and the 3. Your single target burst and for life siphon you can use the following combo. Mantis Sting to Vampiric Slash into Falling Spider. So that is 2, 3, 2. If you need a gap closer, you can use Unsuspecting Strike, which is 3 into 2, 2. Small packs of mobs, you can use the following combo. It's basically just 2, 2, 2. More light, single target burst of life siphon. Cool, we got that. Alright. And then, what's the burst rotation? Siphon all our wells. 2, 2, 2. 4, 2, 2. Yeah, we're just really not bothering with it. Okay. Not bothering with Shroud. Not Shroud, our stealth skill, which is okay. So we're going to take a look now and see what event timers are up, particularly around Ender Dragons. There is a Kaineng blackout going on right now. So let's go jump on in. New Kaineng. Well, we have to swap over to EU. Let's just see what else is on. Let's go jump into the map anyway. Just see what is up. How do you find powered DPS Luminary for PvE? Anyone chat use of World West 1 PvP? I've used it a little bit in PvE. I've mainly used the power lack DPS version. Looks like we've got some things up here. Lab events start. Okay. Cool, looks like this is starting. We might actually go down to the south one. I found it to be okay. It plays very similarly, I think, to Dragon Hunter in the cosmic scheme of things. So I quite like it. Let's go south lab. Turn off attack here. And I will crack out one of the gobblers.
Gave it my all. Might and glory.
Might form up for the meta. What was that item? Oh, that was the Wizard's Gobbler, which basically, where is it? It basically consolidates all your various other like gobblers into one. So I was using the candy corn gobbler there because it will give me a bunch of experience. That's the main reason I've got it. Might even tag up here, actually.
I don't have enough energy.
Okay. Why? Where is it? End of Dragons. Meta. Let's go. Any tips on alt parking, specifically getting currency from Living World X-Pack maps? It depends on sort of what thing you're going for. Like currently I've got a bunch of my alts parked at Griffin Adventures because I'll do the Griffin Adventure for a bit of, well, for a bunch of experience, which translates to Spirit Shards. But you can also do it for, I did it for Secrets of the Obscure for quite some time. At the Greater Arcane Chest, you can park things at End of Dragons maps as well. There's a lot of places you can do it. Really sort of depends on what content you're looking and what new things you're looking to farm. But good spots as well are Big Chest and Bureau Marches. They're always great. The website Fast Farming also has a lot of different alt parking locations. Luminary and Wildvest modes meta, but not as DPS. It's usually the same as Firebrand, at least until the balance patch lands. Okay. Let's go. Blink in. Hang on. I think we actually failed that meta. Unfortunate. Okay, so these things we can just do in the meantime. We suss out where we want to go next. We've got a gang war meta coming up in a moment. Let's just see what other metas are up. Hi Addie, what's up? Good to see you, sweetie. Did you have a good sleep? She's massively sleep deprived. But she's been napping for most of the day. She's very energized now.
Yeah, saw him talking to people earlier. He tracks a creepy...
Very cool. Nice amount of boons. Good. I need, honestly, a bunch of Imperial Favor as well. We're kind of getting to where we need to be for it, which is nice. Okay, so let's see. What other metas particularly? Can we jump into a Shack Garant in a moment? That's probably not up for a little bit. I think we will have... We've got a Pinata running now, so let's go and do that. Let's get on in if we can. Come on. Very expensive waypoint. That's where I'm going to tone down some of that light. Bit better. Oh, cool. We can honestly just stay in this one. Oh, Shift B. Let's go do this actual event. Okay, learning Power Virtuoso with Greatsword, Dagsword, having a blast. Oh, that's great to hear. Very wise investment as well, given that Greatsword is getting buffed as well in the upcoming balance patch. So Power Virtuoso is going to be eating very well. I really like Power Virtuoso. I ran that build so much back when I was doing your Harvest Temple weekly, because I was the Portal Virtuoso on that. And yeah, it was really, really good. while we're here, we can do a few things. And get a bit of height. Should do the Dreams of the Thorn stuff as well. I might be able to finish that tonight. We shall see. Ah! Overshot it. And down we go. Rift Adventure is always peak value to do, actually, especially if you need spirit shards, as I always do. But I'm actually kind of gated by a bit more gold nowadays, which is interesting. Cool, that is done. Oh, spirit shard. It's a nice little hero point. We can go blast out this way. Just wait, this is the day we get the festive confetti infusion. So what is our opener here? Okay, so basically do all of our wells except our heal. Then we do the 2-2-2 combo twice, enter Shroud.
Sweet and Specter. Good night.
The air attends my work. Even the power of water is at my command. The
Nice.
is unstable.
Very chill.
I'm returning to my bottle.
I kind of like it where you can just spam like 2-2-2. I'm kind of curious to see what Condi Specter is like when we just do like spear in raids. That'll be interesting to see. Let's go find that actually. Thief builds. Spear. It's a higher step up in difficulty. Alright, so let's see. Fast-paced rotation, high mastery curve, easy to cancel skills. Goody. Exact same setup as the Scepter Dagger, except we're rocking Spear here. Traits are the same. Okay. So we're basically we're interrupting a bunch of things here. The opener is actually quite involved, but I'll just ignore that. Conceptually, it's basically 2-2-2. That's a very long way of saying 2-2-2. And it's a 2-2-2 again, 2-2-2 again, and then a 2-2-3 in stealth attack, and that's the opener. And the spear loop becomes, so we've got Manta Sting, a Tangling Ass, Flying Spider. That's 2-2-2, 2-2-2, 4-2-3 stealth attack. 2-2-2, 2-2-2, 4-2-3. And you're kind of just looping between that and doing some shenanigans in Shroud. And for the actual Shroud loop, okay, keep autocast enabled on Barbed Spear. Alright. Actually wants us to do that, which is interesting. Barbed Spear. Something different. Okay, enter into a 2 and a 4. 3 auto attacks, and we do 2 again. Same stuff as before. Let's go just grab some of this stuff. We'll at least contribute a bit, and then we might go see if there's a little champion bounty up, because this definitely won't be soloing any legendaries. Could do it with the Celestial one. The Celestial version of it is basically what we soloed Can with. Then I welcome in tips on legendary mat farming so you don't sweat. Legendary mat farming at the end of the day just becomes about farming as much gold as you possibly can, and then buying the things you need. I've got a bunch of guides in particular on gold farming in Guild Wars 2, which will be very, very helpful for you. But at the end of the day, play the game, sell the materials you don't need to buy the things that you do. Things like fractals are very good for raw liquid gold. Things like raids, very, very good for gold as well. Generally like open world is. Check your material storage. You have a bunch of stuff in there that you could sell off. Let's go deal with, I know this one. But yeah, those are all the general tips. Most things for new players is basically going to be check your material storage. Every time you click deposit all your materials go there. Hey, thank you for the follow as well. I really appreciate that. Don't really do too much here. Cool. I recommend getting the scavenger protocol for your J, but oh yeah, definitely recommend doing that. You can just buy them off the trading post. Just Google like scavenger not Google. Search on the trading post scavenger protocol and just buy either one of the might or magic ones. Which one is more profitable kind of changes depending on the week, so it doesn't really matter that much. Both of them are great value and will pay for themselves actually insanely quickly. So I should actually be doing that. So let's go pick one. Hang on. Scavenger. So you want the might or magic trophies. I know, let's get the might ones a bit cheaper. So we'll add that onto our character when it's convenient for us to do it. It's basically every time you kill a mob, you get a chance to drop a little bag of loot which will contain crafting materials. It adds up quite quickly. Generally, have that on really all the characters you play if you can.
And that concludes our festivities. See a member of the casino staff if you
Let's go just pick that up. I need to actually go to a Jade workbench to install it, so I can't do it right now, which is a bit annoying.
A huge thank you on behalf of the council.
How am I sitting on spirit shards? 151. Need many more. That's how much I need actually. Crafting Aurine's dagger next. That's the next thing on my list. Time to get the infusion. That's it, yeah, I just have to get the infusion. Skill issue. Okay, it's 800 gold for me to craft it, and in terms of shopping lists, I don't need 49 more spirit shards. Need 1,000 Imperial Favor. I feel like I actually don't need that much, but we'll see. Cool, it's right here. Don't think that was an infusion, unfortunately.
Well done.
Let's get the amalgamated there. It's at least worth a bit. Let's go equip the scavenger protocol. in terms of other things that we can do. Can I suspect a spear only? We don't need that anymore. Where was this one? Here we go. It's reading a bit more here. So we've got heal on Vampiric Slash, and we've got block on Spear 5. So we can fear peeps. Wells will also give us resistance, so that will be super handy. And it's taking a very long time to load there. Aparo, thanks for the hydrate. Yeah, the defensive buffs as well when we're at it. That's a good shout. Looks like our game has actually cracked. Oh, it heard me. It knew. What scavenger protocol would you recommend to them? It doesn't really matter. Either the might or magic ones. I'll see if I can take a look. Let's go fast farming, see if this loads. Which one's more profitable changes depending on, you know, depending on the week, depending on the month. Open world farming, let's see. Amazing website, fastfarming.eu, but it does take quite some time to load. That might actually just take some time. Really, it doesn't matter. Okay, let's just load up at the charging station. Jadebolt workbench, and just equip that. There we go, we'll be able to showcase that in a bit. And yes, generally when you run around open world, try and have like your Jade Tech buffs up as much as you can. There we got 3 hours of it there, so I could do like a 3-hour open world farming session. Or if you truly don't care, get the Jade Sliver one. That's fair as well. Why does it take so long to load? Hang on. Let's see. Solo farming, I think. Oh, was it in Jade Bot? Here we go. Yeah, see, here we go. Scavenger Protocol Magic Trophies is like 2 silver, 49 copper, pays off after 329 like payments of it. The Might Trophies 234, no, 2 silver, 34 copper, pays off after 308, so doesn't really matter that much. So Jade Slivers one give you. Oh, I think that just gives you like trophies and stuff. But yeah, all of them good options. I'd pick any one of the Might or Magic. It really does not matter. And the more people who use one, it drives the prices down of, you know, things that it drops, which makes the other one more profitable. So, meh. Arizona, what's up, mate? Great to see you. How have you been? Let's go and give you a big old shout out. Everyone make sure to check out Arizona over on Twitch. It converts junk into Jade Slivers, which you can exchange for other stuff. Okay, that's good to know. I've never actually used it before. Doing good, thank you. A little overworked, but other than that, it's cool. Well, that's really good to hear. I'm super happy to hear that. Fractal. I'm just going to buy any money, 180 of these. So we can generate a bit of gold. That's alright, I got it. I could infer what you meant. It's alright. But yeah, we've been doing a bunch of Condi Specter tonight, and that has honestly been really, really fun. Just going to see. We're on NA, so things are a little bit quiet right now. Okay. Let's go actually. Wouldn't mind working on the Calibog stuff as well, because I haven't actually done it on this account. So let's go Guild Wars 2 Dreams of a Thorn. See how much is needed for this. Okay. This one I actually do need to go to the Grove, so let's go Ronan's Waypoint. So let's pull up this. Zoom in a bit. Oh, is this in? Oh, in this section. Okay, now I know where this is. I think it's a radio remote. Nice. Well, Condi Specter, you tried it 2-ish months ago in Wolverswood Roaming. Did you own your build? It lived less than 5 hours gameplay on Thief out of your 6k hours. Wow, that is impressive. Oh, dang, I opened that. Thank you for sending that PK. I opened it up in the virtual machine, which yeets all my chat windows, and I have to like resummon them. That's my bad. I appreciate you sending that. It's me done goofing. Okay, so you can exchange it for a bunch of stuff, actually. That's pretty interesting. I mean, having it just for the writs alone would be pretty sweet. It's actually something worth considering, especially if you have to do a bunch of End of Dragon stuff. Just being able to buy a bunch of extra writs is pretty dang handy. It's alright, but not spiky for you. Did turn to a lack DPS for fractals though. Ah, that's very good. It is a bit of a... It's an interesting build. It can be quite bursty, particularly in PvE, Condi Specter, depending on exactly how you play it. We were absolutely pumping on Deimos earlier. Which, yeah, that was very good fun. Do I have to do it on this character? I'll do it on this character. And honestly, it will be good to get it there anyway. Oh, that's nothing. That's really nothing. I am not going to do that. I'm actually, no, I can somewhat cheat my way around this. We have another condition damage Specter that has map completion. Yeah, if people are moving around on when you're running a lack Specter, that is true. You can struggle a bit with that. Ah! Instantly spawns into Vampire Broodmother. Oh, failed anyway. We had that. Had him. Okie dokies. And Condi Specter in particular is one of my favourite open world builds, especially with Spear. It actually is surprisingly bursty and insanely survivable. It's actually the build that I soloed Cairn on a few months ago. Paste that. The question of Sparse, have they slept? It's almost always a no. Make sure you get some sleep, Sparse. If you want the new skins that got added some time ago as follow-up to Night of the Thorn, you can only get the NPC spawner characters done hot story. Excellent. That's a good point there. I'll make sure to keep that in mind. I'm pretty sure that's my Necro. That's the one I had to like start all this stuff on at some point earlier. Ah, nice that we can do that here. Thank you. More awake than me. I think Jess and I got combined about sort of 2-3 hours sleep last night. We spent the night at a pet-friendly Airbnb, because it was Jess's birthday, and we had a trip sort of planned with Addie, so it was like Addie's first ever like holiday with us. It was really, really fun, but yeah, she's a noisy girl when she sleeps, Addie, always like trotting around, doing twitches, moving the curtain. It was very, very fun. We had a great time, but we're also absolutely fried. Ah. we going? Where are we going? This feels right.
I feel furious.
Oh, we've got pizza dough ready, heating up the oven soon. Oh, nice. What kind of pizza are you rocking? Quite like this Warclaw skin. I'm just going to mountain goat, which I find very fun. Things been like a little bit spicy there, even to NA as well. No, we'll just pretend. Pretend we have good ping. Where does it want us to go? I think it's just up here. I think. The power crystal there, is that it? Nope. Where does it want us to go? Uplands Oasis? It should be up there, actually. Pizza, spicy burrata, mushroom, olive caper. That does sound very nice. Cool, we have that one. Nolan Waypoint, DS Plateau. It's good doing this in a character that has map completion. I'm glad we at least have a few.
Sweet and steady.
Nolan, we gotta go through here. You have an AI mandate now work to use it every day, but your proxy is killing like half the requests, making it painfully slow to use, and all your tasks take 2 to 2.5 more times than without AI. And outstanding. That's Omega like big brain play. That sounds absolutely awful. I'm sorry you're having to deal with that. That's absolutely shocking. Up here. Yep, this is absolutely fine. Yep, and then everyone gets a bit mad, like, oh, no, why is productivity dipped? Gee, I wonder why. Yeah, the entire, like, you must use AI is insane. Like, if you've got a task that actually benefits from it, yeah, by all means. But if it's, like, you must use it or else, obviously it's ass backwards. Everyone knows that. Except managers, apparently. Blossom mode, here we go.
I feel furious.
Barricade camp waypoint. You reveling, just say agent do this, then go AFK for like 30 minutes. Phenomenal, I love it. It's nothing like a good bit of malicious compliance. Oh, we got a long way to go for this one. Malicious compliance, best compliance. It honestly is in situations like that. Honestly, just wait until the costs of using AI are no longer subsidized by the companies and you actually have to pay for the actual cost that the AI actually takes to run. It's all well and good for AI to make a mistake when you're not paying for it by use. But when you're paying for every single use, that's a very different conversation. Determined mode.
Sweet and steady.
So that one is Dunsky's. Oh yeah, no, I know where most of these are. Oh, I fully believe the mandate goes away when the subsidized prices go away and we pay the real cost. Oh, yes. Be funny if they just forget to actually update that, and then, yeah, it's like, oh, we must use AI every day. Way to just, like, burn hundreds of dollars a day. Sure, that won't be an unpleasant conversation at some point. Where are we going? Up this way. A veteran spider. Let's nuke it. Big brain rotation. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, should be around here somewhere. Here. Yeah, first burn money, second task take longer, third question mark, fourth profit. Basically.
Have you ever noticed how each forest has its own kind of beauty?
I do notice that. Believe it or not, each
Now, wasn't it a story not that long ago, it was quite recent, where someone basically let AI take control of their entire computer? I think it was some open claw stuff or something, but yeah, then basically it went through and just deleted every single one of their emails, and they had to race to try and stop it, which they weren't able to. It was very funny. Okay, this is a bit of a long one, but this is fine. I think this is the last one we need. And there was also the time recently where, didn't it cause like a massive Amazon outage as well, where instead of going through and fixing the bugs, it basically deleted the entire like production code base and then recreated it? Which is an awesome throwback to the Silicon Valley episode where, yeah, their AI does exactly the same thing. Where he goes, what was it saying, like, Anton has decided that the most efficient way of dealing with the bugs is to simply delete the code, which is statistically correct. Aurora's remains, yes, it was up here. And yeah, I completely agree, like, if it is the best tool for the job, like, there's a bunch of, useful uses, even just for like AI and things like DaVinci Resolve, which I use regularly. Like the AI voice isolation is absolute magic. I use that all the time. So many other like cool little niche uses for it. But yeah, if it's not the right tool for the right job, then that's an entirely different conversation. Chivo. Yeah, it being mandatory is absolutely wild. Okay, I need to do Dreams of a Thorn. Night of the Thorn. So I prob's got to go back to the character that does it. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, open claw in a production environment is a ballsy move. Probably the last move that you'll make in that particular job. Is this your main account? Now it is, yeah. It's technically my third account. My NA account is the one that's got like 10,000 hours on it. This was my EU account. And then it became the account associated with us being a ReadNet partner. So for now, for all intents and purposes, this is the main. Yeah, it's also different technology, not LLM. Yeah, absolutely. There's different forms of it. So yeah, in no way am I saying that. Why is this taking so long? Yeah, no way am I saying that the voice isolation is the same as an LLM. But it's a different application of a different form of AI. In the very loose term. I think that's actually crashed. Hang on. Get to go to just Josh now. Close. Oh, I just saw that start to tick up as soon as I pulled up the close. Okay, let's bring that back up. Still seeing when you're at like 18k AP after 6k hours. No, that's totally reasonable. I'm not a huge AP hunter either. Yeah, I think this account's got about 2k, but like granted, I have sort of focused a little bit on AP here or there. Not like to a huge amount, but enough to, you know, be like, oh, there's a nice chest coming up. We should probably do that. But yeah, my main account, well, no, this is my main account now. One day I won't need to make this distinction, but it's not this day. My NA account, that's on 10k hours. That's at about 30k AP. Okay, so we go talk to Radis here. The only expansion fully completed was Hot 9-10 years ago, and that's when your completionist mindset ended. I think you have to be a special kind of determined for a game like Guild Wars 2 to have the completionist mindset, because the sheer amount of content, the sheer amount of achievements you can do is just truly next level. Okay, so what do I need to do here? Guild Wars 2, Knight of the Thorn. Montezuma, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. Dreams of the Thorn. Follow it up. Prerequisite Knight of the Thorn. So how do we kick this one along? Yeah, Hellmask is just terrifying. The sheer amount that they do, it is insane. Okay. Dreams of a Thorn, Shard of a Thorn. So where do we go from here? Prerequisite Knight of the Thorn. Yeah, maybe if we click on the Orb of Natural Essence. Yes, we get that, and I also need a Spiritwood Scion. Ah, so do I need to craft this? Oh no, we got a Spiritwood Scion. That lives here. Yep, we've done that. Forms of the Thorn. Hang on, we'll suss this out. Okay. Oh, it's Forms of the Thorn? That's not it. How do I... So I've got the 2 items. Now what do I do? Restoration of Colored Bulb. Let's do that. Flashbang. Okay. Okay. I'll catch you later, Parron. Your best of luck with helping your friends move. And yeah, I also hope that is not a prank. Oh, I could literally get a scepter. I actually do need another scepter. Okay. Do we have it? Restoring Colored Bulb. Okay, so let's go here. And let's grab a vision crystal. Ah. Okay. Cool. Go take a quick break now before we continue this, so sit tight. Today, we're talking about how to set up the perfect keybinds in Guild Wars 2. Customizing your keybinds in Guild Wars 2 is one of the best things you can do to make your gameplay smoother, more fluid, and more fun. The easier and faster that you can mash your buttons, the better time you're going to have. But Guild Wars 2 has a lot of skills you need to press, and honestly, the default keybinds when you first start the game are not fantastic. And speaking from experience, it's overwhelming not knowing where to start. Don't worry though, today I'm going to walk you through exactly how you should customize your keybinds, show you how I've set mine up, and leave you with a recommended set of keybinds if you're starting completely from scratch. Let's dive in. When you first boot up Guild Wars 2, your skills are going to be set from 1 to 0 on your number keys. Combine this with the fact that you move your character with WASD, there's no chance in hell you're pressing all your skills without having to move your hand, especially if you have tiny baby hands like me. One of the keys to getting good at Guild Wars 2, and all in all just making it more fun, is always being in control of your character. You always need to be ready to dodge in any direction. You need to move out of damaging AoEs, you need to chase after your target so you can keep attacking. Every moment you're not in full control of your character, you increase your chance of dying. Even if you're not moving your hand over to the far corners of your keyboard, you may end up just manually clicking your skills and dragging the ground target wherever you need it to go. This is slower, less accurate, and way harder to actually pull off. With a few simple changes, we can completely transform these default keybinds from being nearly unusable to being perfect in every way. We won't even need to touch a fancy MMO mouse. If you press F11 to bring up your in-game options, go to the controls menu on the left-hand side, and voila! We can now customize our keybinds. Here we can simply select the action we want to rebind, press whichever key we want to swap it to, and we're good to go. Now to do some actual rebinding. First up, having weapon skills on the 1 to 5 keys isn't actually too bad. They're right above WASD, well within reach. Outstanding. Utility skills are another matter though. Unless you've got Andre hands, you aren't pressing the 6 through 0 keys without moving your hand. Now I recommend taking your utility skills and rebinding them to Q, E, R, F, and C. This means they'll be right next to your movement keys, and now you have much easier access to your skills, and it is a drastic improvement. This still leaves us with our profession skills, which are still a bit of a problem being on our function keys. To make this much easier, what we're going to do is either assign the Shift or Control button plus Q, E, R, F, and C. This makes it so you can simply press the Shift or Control button and Q, E, R, F, C, and you get to have access to every single one of your profession skills. Being able to use Shift or Control to add to any of our keybinds does open up a ton of options for you. With this, everything is still centered around your movement skills. We don't need to move our hands at all, and we retain perfect control of our character. This is just a suggestion though, so tinker with it to your heart's content, but I think it's a very good suggestion for everyone to start with, and it does not need a fancy MMO mouse to make this work. Now, keybinds are an incredibly personal thing, and everyone is going to have something different that works for them. For me personally, I use the Razer Naga, which has 12 buttons on the side, which I can use for different skills. This means my keybinds are super specific to me, but I'll give you a rundown of what I use if you're curious. I have my auto attack assigned to the 6 button because this is where my thumb naturally rests. For some reason, everyone seems shocked that I have my dodge button bound to 1. It might have something to do with my first profession skill being moved from F1 to Shift and 1, but there's no way to know for sure. Either way, having dodge bound to 1 is a very short movement for my thumb, and I always know where it is. I have the remainder of my weapon skills assigned from 2 to 5, and the rest of the buttons I find rather difficult for my thumb to access really easily, so here I'll assign some of the lesser used things, like my dismount button on 7, I have my special action key assigned to 11, my interact button on 8, I don't think I have anything on 9, and I have about face assigned to 12 if I ever need to turn my camera around quickly. Like I mentioned before, I have my utility skills assigned to Q, E, R, F, and C, and I have my profession skills bound to Shift 1 through 5. This is reasonably similar to what I suggested before, just with all my weapon skills mostly shifted over to my right hand instead of it being on my left. I have a link to the Razer Naga I use in the description below if you are curious. Having extra buttons at your disposal does open up a whole host of other options for you to assign your keybinds, and you can truly customize it to your heart's content. I definitely recommend an MMO mouse for the sheer number of extra buttons, but you can get by without it at the end of the day. Now that our keybinds are drastically improved, it would be irresponsible of me to leave you without mentioning some of the most important settings that you should change. These will directly impact how you control your character and make the game so much more user-friendly. First, go to the ground targeting section in the options and set it it to fast with range indicator. This, in my opinion, is the best of the three. Normal means you first press a button to bring up your ground targeted AoE, and then you need to press it again to actually use the skill. 2 clicks for one skill is a travesty. Instant means your skill will instantly cast wherever you have your mouse located. Very fast, but quite hard to aim. Fast with range indicator will make it so that when you press and hold your button, you can see where the skill will land, and when you release it, it will cast. This gives you the best of both worlds by being able to see where your skill will land and tweak it if needed, while only still needing one button press. Turn melee attack assist off. Having this turned on means you won't be able to walk through enemies, which is incredibly annoying, and means you can't move freely in combat. Movement is the most important thing in Guild Wars 2's combat, so anything that gets in the way is a bad idea. Turn it off so you can leisurely stroll through enemies as you wish. Turn off double tap to evade. Always bind your dodge to a specific key. It's one of your most important skills, and having to double tap a movement key to use it is clunky. Make sure whatever you bind dodge to is easily accessible. Next, we'll turn off auto targeting. There are a lot of times where you'll want to use a movement skill without having an enemy targeted to move around faster. This is especially true in World vs World and PvP, but it's also super useful in PvE. If you have this on, whenever you use a skill, it will force you to target a nearby enemy. Not great if you want to use a movement skill to run away from an enemy. Turn on lock ground target at max range. This makes it so you can't aim a targeted skill beyond its max range, only to have it fail to cast. This makes it super easy to fling a ground target at max range and easily see how far you can throw it. So there we have it. That is everything you need to customize your keybinds until your heart's content. The default keybinds in Guild Wars 2 are not fantastic and are going to leave you scrambling trying to reach your most important skills. So take the time, customize your skills to suit whatever it is you need and what is most comfortable to you, and I promise you're going to have a much better time playing Guild Wars 2. Combat is going to be easier, movement's going to be more fluid, and overall you are going to have more fun. I'm curious, so let us know in the comments below, what are your keybinds in Guild Wars 2? I always love to see what other people are using for their keybinds. And with that, I'll catch you all next time. Cheers. Welcome back, friends. Since its release, Blish HUD has been the Guild Wars 2 add-on that I've come to rely on the most. I use it to speed up my map completion, control my mounts, find my items, and so much more. So today, we're going to walk you through exactly what Blish HUD is, how to set it up, and some of the best features you can add to it to take you to the Guild Wars 2 promised land. First up, Blish HUD is effectively just an overlay that you'll run alongside Guild Wars 2 and it will display things on top of the game. The best example of this will be the pathing module, which will display various paths and markers over your game that will update in real time. The more modules that you add to it, the more features that you can start to take advantage of. So let's dive on into the installation. First up, I'm in no way affiliated with Blish HUD. It's simply a very cool tool that I use. It does not alter your game's files in any way and just runs over the top of Guild Wars 2, and I've used it for several years. I get asked all the time on my streams how to set it up, so the time has come to share this with you, so you can use it however your heart desires. Simply download the latest version of Blish HUD from the Blish HUD website. I've included the link in the description below. Extract the zip file to whatever location you prefer. I have mine saved in my documents folder. Simply click the Blish HUD executable and we're off to the races. Open up Guild Wars 2 and notice the cute little Blish icon in the top left of your screen. And that is it for the first part of the installation. Simply open up Blish HUD whenever you want to use it, and it should work perfectly. Now, without adding in any modules, Blish HUD is not going to do a whole lot. So let's go through and add in our first modules. Click on the Blish HUD settings and go to the module repo. From here, we simply work our way down the list and add in whatever we like. We'll start. And we're back. Welcome back, everyone. And Takome and Stoic Learner, thank you both for the follows. I really, really appreciate that. Okay, now we need to suss out where we need to go for this bit here. I think this is it, the first vision. Yeah, let's go. Let's get cracking. So we got Reaper here. Go and start blasting. Like the effect. Where are they? Ah. Very nice.
yourself.
Oh, the AoEs.
It's nice to see you.
Cool, so we've got to go back to our home now, I'm pretty sure. Can we get back there before I get targeted? Looks like we can. Good day. And downsies. No, I'm not saying that's literally what I say to Addie when we try and get her to go down. We're very tired. Go chat to Reed Ace again.
Deeds are reflected in the dream.
So we've got to go near Packed Encampment. Alright. Oh, just here. Noise. I can't glide here. Very sad. Reaper was a very good choice for this. Don't know if I like this greatsword. It'll do for now, not too fast, but still. Okay. So we've got to go back to our home instance. Page down, then we go hit up the grove again. I reckon it's waypoint. Can't access Ronan's waypoint from here for some reason. Should make sure I finish the weekly at some point. It's not hugely pressing, but yeah, we've already kind of got everything we need from the Wizard's Vault. So we have to go to the Artesian Waters. Hopefully this waypoint's active. I should do map completion on this character as well. We could craft some Tyrian legendaries for profit, which could fuel our End of Dragons ones. I like the unique concept art there. Looking forward to playing some Power Reaper as well after the upcoming balance patch. By all things that looking as though they might happen, it's going to be a pretty cracked build, especially with all the damage mitigation it has in Reaper Shroud. I like the fact that all these trees are now here. Newt. Okay, so now I think we get to actually pick what we want. I'll get the Scepter. Are there any classes not hitting the balance patch? You're not good looking at patch notes. One's off the top of my head. Power Virtuoso actually got better. Condi Scourge didn't even get touched at all, so that one, sort of by dint of the fact, doesn't get brought down, improves. Reaper got a few buffs as well. Renegade got off pretty scot-free. They're kind of the ones that stand out to me as ones that haven't been really hit. Okay, cool. So that is now done. Okay, Knight of the Thorn. So let's open up maybe Sword Taxonomy and Riviere of the Thorn. So we've got to go into, I don't know, Lowland Shore or something. Complete the below collection. That should be done. So now, Thorn. Maybe I have to go back to my home instance. My character can play the Knight of the Thorn achievements. Let's try it on this character. Of course, he main Reaper then, not they needed a nerf to do version. I think Reaper mains are eating pretty well with this patch, honestly. Necro just in general is getting off pretty scot-free. Necro is going to be in a really good spot. Let's just see if this will allow us to progress. This character is one that has done, I think, the Heart of Thorn story? No, that didn't do it. So where do I do it on? Maybe I have to do it on a different character. Harry Colored Bolt or Distant Janthia. Oh, maybe we need to get this here actually in our inventory and then go into Lowland Shore. It might be a bit fiddly about it, because maybe shared inventory slots don't actually count as inventory. What does it mean by carry? Do we need to equip it somehow? Oh, you have enough channel points to create a custom command? How's that work? Great question, Sven, and very nice. Basically, if you suggest a command, you can think of some sort of like a text prompt that it might give, say like Gossek created one where they type in !Gossek, and then it says something like Gossek the creator or the creator of all cats or leader of all cats has entered or something like that. Hefaro created the love command where you type !love and then it will give X% chance of like who loves who and stuff like that. Yeah, Gossek, the protector of all good cats is here. That's the one, and yeah, the love one. So creating custom commands like that to be implemented through Stream Elements, so you get to have a bit of a think as to what one you want, and you can always like DM me what it is, and then I can create it. How do I get this quest to start? Hang on. Let's pop that. Is there a time on that? Bursting. Unsure. Kind of done everything I can on that. So we've got a scepter that can go to our other thief. Where is sword taxonomy as well? Let's bring that up. So I think I basically can just complete this. Oxygen caliber grosser. Maybe the character to complete the story. How much unbound magic do I have? Enough. Alright, let's go to the home instance one more time. Maybe she's in a different spot. Oh, we completed the quest anyway, so that's good. Let's try this one more time. If not, maybe there's like a daily cooldown or something. It wouldn't be the first time I've seen that. Okay, let's see if Radius is here. Anywhere. Not getting good vibes. They usually chill there. Airborne, welcome in. Wonderful to see you. Yeah, I don't see them here. Oh well. I'm glad we at least completed the quest. Yep, she is definitely not. That's alright, let's go take a look now. But we'll just tee up someone else in a moment. So I've done this quest on this character. I type in Thorn again. So we can get the Calibog Origin skin, and that is 20 AP, which is surprisingly decent. What does that look like? Could actually be a cool skin for our Reaper, actually. Given we're rocking a Sylvari Reaper, we can cosplay as someone actually wielding Calibog. So that might be pretty good. I'm confused as to where Radius is. Sword Forgeman. Okay. Upon earning the Knight of the Thorn title, you can return to your home instance where Radius... I said she's only available for characters to complete a hot story. That's the thing this character, I believe, has. Because, yeah, you said that, and yeah. I'm very confuzzled. This character has completed it. I don't know, let's try this one. Homestead or Home Instance. I might try Homestead next. I'll just try it on this character just in case it gets a bit confused. So then honestly, if I can just instantly complete the collection, which I should be able to,
And steady.
that will be nice. If not, we'll try Homestead next if this still throws a bit of a shit fit. Yep, she ain't there because she always lives near the start. Okay. Just in case, let's try one more time, then we'll do Homestead. Nope. I am nothing if not determined. I really do need to work on my homestead at some point. I think all the things will be nice. You know what? I'm going to chalk it up. It may actually have a bit of a delay on it. Equals to radius not showing. What is the character's name, actually? Rid Pace. Oh, no, I think I need to go... Let's go up here. Apparently we go into the Omphalos chamber. And then we go talk to the pale tree. Bring this unknown here. Knight of the Thorn. Okay, yeah, that's daily reset. Yep, okay, we are literally, it's just a daily reset, and then we can go to the Omphalos chamber here, and then talk to the pale tree. Okay, so we were right, there is a delay there. Just keeping an eye on who else is online, seeing if some people can sort out some technical difficulties. Okay, but in either case, let's go set this up on our Specter, because that is sort of thing we've been working on tonight. So let's go at least add that in. Oh wait, should I not do that? Because I've got to take this and then exchange it a bajillion times. I think I do, yeah. In the meantime, let's take a quick look. Should be... Nope. There we go. I will press the right thing eventually. Crimson Plateau JP, Central Terrier Squats. Will it let us in? Yep, it will. very not helpful. That's okay. What we'll do actually is just very quickly restart our game. Argo looks like Helen had their tech issues as well. Let's just quickly do this. Okay. Oh, it's Praxis's group. Nice. Oh, just spawned directly inside someone there.
My spirit endures.
So where's it wants to go? Over here. There we go. Oh, sweet. Literal AP. I love it. Okay, let's go and tee up that raid now. Excellent. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us this evening. It's been another very, very fun evening. Thank you, Drew, as well, for the big old raid as well. That was fantastic fun. And thank you for everyone who came along for raids. PD, Orca, Darth, Bohan, and everyone else who came along. It was a great time. And yeah, we're back again on Sunday with some more Guild Wars 2. We'll be... On my end, I'm adjusting my stream schedule. It should be the same-ish for everyone else, I think. Yeah, so basically on my end, I'm pushing my stream to start an hour earlier, but I'm getting hit by daylight savings, so hopefully there shouldn't be any change for most people out there. So yes, we'll be starting, at least on my end, at a bit of a different time. This daylight savings time, it always gets me, especially when we're trying to coordinate between myself, PD, who doesn't have daylight savings, and EU as well. But long story short, shouldn't be a change to people, but for me, there will be. Either way, looking forward to seeing everyone in a few days' time. And we'll make sure you check out our YouTube channel in the meantime. Release the Power Conduit guide there. It's great. You'll enjoy it. But yeah, we're going to go get ready for bed. We're going to catch you all in a few days, and cheers. Secrets of the Obscure has brought us the Wizard's Vault, and with it, one of the best ways to make sure you are perpetually flush with gold. So today, we're going to work out how to extract as much gold as possible from your vault.
I just peed on gold.
And really jumpstart your wallet, which is especially useful if you're a new player. Welcome back, friends. With the release of Secrets of the Obscure, our old daily login reward system has been replaced by the new Wizard's Vault. And with that, we have a whole new way to make gold that is actually very lucrative. The new Vault currency, Astral Acclaim, is incredibly easy to learn and does a great job at taking you all across different areas of Guild Wars 2 that you wouldn't otherwise get to, and works very well as a login reward system, I think.
Hello, you're back.
You can take this Astral Acclaim and then go through and exchange it for all manner of different awards, which you can see here. I've already taken advantage of a good number of these. There's lots of different useful things you can get here. We have crafting bags, transmutation charges, mystic clovers, build storage expansions, heavy crafting bags, ascended weapon and armor chest. There is so much here for us to get value from. But I hear you asking, there's so much here, where should I put my Astral Acclaim if I'm just wanting to focus on making as much gold as possible? So today we're going to walk you through that so your Astral Acclaim purchases can be perfectly well informed. Before we jump in, we're going to be using the fast farming site to get an idea of where the most valuable things are in the Wizard's Vault. I'll include a link in the description below. This is an incredibly useful site if you're looking to convert any currency in the game into gold in the most efficient way possible.